We're here for Motorboats Monthly today aboard the Marex 320. Now you can buy a flybridge boat or a sports cruiser from the British or the Italians or the French or even the Germans. But this is something peculiarly Scandinavian. It's a 32-foot shaft drive boat, and it's a very, very practical boat, as Scandinavian boats tend to be, because what they've done is they've got accommodation throughout the whole layout. So you've got your cabin at the front as you'd expect. This area here is your cockpit, which you can enclose with this massive sliding roof, and then you've got an aft cabin at the back, and it really does use every inch of the boat. Now we've got the Volvo D4300 in this boat, which is the standard engine they'll put in this. There is a larger Yanmar, but to be honest, you don't really need it. And it's a planing hull, so she cruises very, very comfortably at around 19-20 knots. But where it's particularly impressive is out on the sea. We've been out in a particularly big sea today, a real big rolling swell, and the boat thunders through it beautifully. Particularly interesting is how dry the boat is. It throws up a lot of spray as you'd expect in those conditions, but it throws it outwards. We've got very little over the boat at all. And it handles extremely well for a shaft drive, rudder steered boat rather than outdrive. It really punts into turns very hard, steers very accurately. The other thing about the Scandinavians, of course, is they really use their boats. They don't just go down and sit on them. And so one thing this boat has is a fantastic driving position. You've got this wonderful armchair here, high backed and adjustable, a great view out, and it means it's the sort of thing you can sit out here and cruise all day in complete comfort. Back at base, what's really impressive is the amount of room they've got on the outside of this boat. First of all, considering it's a 32-foot boat, you've got proper bulwark side decks that you can walk down facing forward, and this aft area, which on an aft cabin boat is typically the most compromised, you've got a decent sized deck here, and they've built in some storage here for your lines and for your fenders. But it's inside that it really gets clever. Come and have a look in here. The first thing we find is this lovely saloon area, and what they've done is put this massive opening roof section, so although on a day like today you can have it all closed up and cosy, on a nice day you can open this and get a real open boat feel to it. Over here in front of the galley you've got your helm, but what's particularly clever is this detail here, which is the forward end of the dinette, which simply lifts. It brings the chair up and the backrest forward, and it gives your crew somewhere to sit and join you when you're out and running. Up here in the bow you've got this nice big forward cabin and an absolutely massive bed with these lovely big side windows. But of course this isn't the only sleeping area, because back aft you've got that huge aft cabin. So this then is the real benefit of this layout of boat, because you've got this tremendous aft cabin here. And what that gives you is two really good sleeping cabins, but equally it gives fantastic privacy, because you and your guests, or your kids of course, are at opposite ends of the boat. So what we've got then is a fantastically practical family boat. You've got economical running with that single engine, you've got the low maintenance of a shaft, you've got that tremendous accommodation, and above all you've got something that's really usable.